Hey YouTube, Jay Kilroy here, back on the drill press vise yet once again. This is an ongoing project. Today we're going to work on replacement jaws for the drill press vise. The ones that are on here, I have no idea of knowing what came on here from the factory, or if these are the correct jaws, or if these are replacements. No way of knowing. But what I can tell you is they're in bad shape. They are a little under 2.5, 245 inches wide. This one has a 3/8 by 16 or some kind of coarse metric thread stuck in it that broke off. This one has several holes drilled in it. So what we're going to do, and I believe they're 3-inch, 3/8 thick, or somewhere right around there. 9 millimeters. 9 millimeters thick. So what we're going to do, I've got a piece of 1/2 inch by 3 flat bar, just regular old junky structural steel, and we are going to cut 2 blanks out slightly longer than the 6-inch width that we have here. 6057, 6 1/16. So we're going to cut 2 out slightly longer, cut a couple 6 1/4 out maybe, and we're going to take them to the milling machine. We're going to trim them all up all around, get them to the same size externally, skim off the top and the bottoms, I mean the 2 faces, and I think I'm going to make them a little tall. You know, typically on a drill press vise you have a ledge, kind of a built-in parallel feature. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these a little tall, maybe 2 3/4 inches, and then we'll take a cut down the middle and leave ourselves maybe a little 1/8 inch, 3/16 ledge here in the jaw, so that we can have a little parallel feature, which is typical of a drill press vise. So, update on the screw. I worked that baby back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it is at a point that is usable, not loose by any means. I still can't spin the wrench around like this with one finger, but it's usable, and it will loosen up with use. I think after I get it in there and crank on it a couple times, that it'll start to loosen up. So pretty happy with that right at the moment. So let's get to the bandsaw and start slicing some of this stuff out. Alright, we got our 2 blanks in the middle here. We're going to go ahead and touch off and take 1/8 of an inch off of this. Election time. Alright, we got the touched off. I'm gonna zero my dial. Come up 100. 25. There we go. Alright, one side down. I'm thinking that's rather hot. Yeah, not bad. Whoop. Alright, we're going to do the same thing this time. We're just going to touch off and, well, I'm just going to drop down an 1/8 inch. I think we need to touch off. I'll zero it up. Come down 100. Down 100. Up 100. And 25. Alright. The A-bomb cutting oil on there. Alright, let's go back over to the bench and see where we are and plan our next steps here. Alright, there we go. We are cut for height. Finishes decent, not fantastic. If I had bothered to set up mist, we could have probably kept from recutting all those chips and got a better finish, but for this purpose, this will be fine. Our finished length looks like about 635. We're going to have to take about, we're going to take 1/4 of an inch off of both of these off the ends, but I don't want to do that until we have the bolt holes in for the fasteners. These are taller than the factory jaws, and these jaws are not like Kurt jaws with the bolt holes in the center. They would be if they were these, but they're not. So the bolt holes, fasteners, the threaded holes are going to be off center. So I'm going to get out some little transfer inserts. We're going to screw them into the jaw here, set them up, give them a tap, and get our hole placement. If you don't have any of these little jewels, you need some. We'll see if these fit. Otherwise, we might have to go searching for another method. Well, they're going to fit, but the hole is so filled with grunge that I need to clean it out. Let me clean that out. Alrighty. So I ran a El Cheapo. Turns out it's 1/2 by 13. I don't know if this thing's metric or not. There's some metric and there's some not metric. It's weird. But I got a couple of these Fastenal taps back at sometime in the past when Fastenal first moved here. I, for some reason, was thinking that their store brand would be better than, say, Sears. I was wrong. When the manager of the store tells you, oh no, these aren't for tapping new holes. But you can keep a couple of these around for retapping holes and cleaning out holes you don't want to use your good taps on. So anyway, what we're going to do is run in transfer punches to where they just stick proud of the surface. All right. We're going to have to choose a side that's down, obviously, and I'm just going to use the side closest to me. We're going to turn it over, center it up. Got two good marks. Take the other piece here. side, got 2 more good marks. Let's turn those into something I can see. There we go. All right, we're at the machine here. We got our 2 trimmed blanks sitting on top of the big parallel here. It's actually a jaw for an 8-inch Kurt. And we're going to go ahead and using the same cutter, we're going to trim it to length. We're basically going to cut 1/8 inch off each side. We're going to come over and touch off. There we go. We're going to come in at 1/8 of an inch. Alright, we're clear. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the cutter back a little bit. I'm going to take my piece, I'm going to loosen my pieces up. I'm going to bring the cutter back. I'm going to turn the pieces around and use the cutter as a work stop. Bring them back over. Then I'm going to move over another 1/8 of an inch. And we're going to make the cut on the other side. Alright, now I'm just going to bring my workpiece back over. Touch off on the cutter. Get everything lined up here. I really need a work stop for this vise. All right. Move the workpiece down here. Come in at 1/8 of an inch. You see that? I forgot something. Alright, I didn't have my piece of copper wire in there and my top piece was bouncing around. And that's not good. we're clear. All right, that's right. That's right, we bozoed. Let me show you the bows. The BOZO. So, when we cut the first side of the length, everything cut smoothly. We got a very nice finish. Looks very good. You know, can't complain. When we cut the second side, let you be the judge. What happened was, you got to be careful when you're gang milling parts. You have to be very careful. And what I did was I put a piece of copper wire in to conform to the two parts. But the copper wire was insufficient with this bottom part to resist the cutting forces. And as the end mill came around and cut into the part, we're in conventional milling mode here. It would have happened in climb milling mode too, but we're in conventional. It pushed the part away from the cut as the other piece stayed still and cut properly, but the lower part pushed away. So I'm gonna have to recut this end. This is a tad underneath here. I know you guys like numbers. 81 thou. So it pushed the part back 81 thou in the vise, even with that piece of copper wire in there. So I should have either stuck 2 or just I should have tested my workpiece out. It's just like when you put something on top of parallels and you clamp down and you check to see if your parallel is moving back and forth under there. Same thing here. If you're going to gang mill parts, be it 2, 4, 10, whatever you're going to do, however many parts you're going to cut, make sure they're all solidly in place before you start cutting and you get something like this. I didn't. I assumed, in the famous words of Walter Matthau, and this is what I got.